Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Don't expect to lose. You know what? I'm going to tell a story. I haven't told a story a while on this. I say early 90s, right? I say early 90s, or the first half of it, right? I used to play in this rec league, and it was south of D.C. South of D.C. It was in PG County, and it was called... it was a football league. It was the Southeast Church Football League. It's like different churches would organize football teams and they would compete. And you didn't have to be a member of a church. In fact, one team, I had played for two different teams, right? One team I played for, we had a quarterback, and they used to call him Moon because he looked just like Warren Moon. Had a gun like it, too. That dude, he was actually a pleasure to watch. I hate catching his passes because he would drill you. If he got you in the chest, you pretty much feeling it for a week. He'd be like, Ron, why you be dropping my balls? Right? You know, he throw a strike at me. I'm like, ah! I ain't gonna lie. I said, look, dude, I'd rather run under your passes, right? I'd rather run under your passes. Anyway, right? So that was one team I played for. Then I played for this other team. Now, the first team, the one with the Warren Moon looking quarterback, we played in like two championships. We didn't win, though. We didn't win. It's ironic we wore orange jerseys, man. We were like the Denver Broncos before they finally started winning Super Bowls. You know, we get there, kick butt, but then lose the big one. But still, we had a winning attitude. But then I played for this second church, right? Because the first one disbanded. Minister got, he got moved up and something, so the team kind of disbanded. So the players went to other teams. Right, so I checked out this. I don't know how I got on this particular team, but it wasn't a championship caliber team. They were the other way around, right? Now I remember we played this other team, which I should have played for because I knew a lot of their team players, and they would have like welcomed me. But I remember we played this team that consistently won championships in this league, right? We played this team. Somebody from the D.C. area. Well, now I ain't gonna give too many details. Anyway, right? So I remember we played this team, and we were up 24-0 on them at halftime, right? 24-0 halftime, and this is touch football. You don't have Tom Brady out there. Yeah, we had, the previous team I played for had a quarterback that looked like Warren Moon, but still, this touch football. You up 24-0, right? And I never forget. The guys I was with, the team I was on, one of them pointed to the other team and said they're not upset. They're not like, oh, we're down or something. Now understand the team we were playing was used to winning championships, right? In fact, they were interesting. They had this like 55-year-old quarterback. That dude was the bomb. You had all these like dudes in their 20s and 30s. No, mainly in their 20s, and the quarterback was 55 years old. All right, I'll never forget that team. Like I said, if I mentioned the team and somebody happened to hear this from back in that time, they'd like, oh yeah, we remember that old dude too, because that dude had a gun on him too, right? And we played them, and they weren't upset. But see, here was the issue. The team I was on, the team that was used to losing, they actually expected to lose against this team, whereas the other team, they were calm because they expected to win. In fact, one dude even said that. He said, look at them. They still think they're going to win this game. They still playing like they're going to win this game. And they weren't panicking. In fact, I remember them since I knew some of the guys. Because one of them actually said something. Like, we were cool. He wasn't really talking trash. He said, yeah, we'll spot y'all. And they came back and beat us. Yeah, 55-year-old quarterback. He came in. He was just staying there and just boom, just hit people. Right? And, and I always took that lesson with me. Right? You had these one set of guys who expected to win. They played to win. That's why they won champions. That's why they had trophies. And then you had the team I'm on. They expected to lose. Right? They panicked. Anytime something happened, they panicked. It's like a team make a counter move, they panic instead of going out there playing. Right? But they just didn't have it. Now, that particular church, they actually started getting some college football ringers and stuff, like some college football freshmen who were redshirting and stuff, and then started winning. In subsequent years, they said, yeah, we dominate now. We keep getting all these University of Maryland, like, redshirt freshmen playing for us. So I was like, okay. But at that time, they expected to lose. Now, why am I sharing that story, right? Many people go into a situation. It might be relationships. It might be a job. It could be anything, and they expect to lose. They expect that it's not going to go well, right? You know, they expect, like, they go into an interview and they think, oh, I ain't going to get this. They go into some type of contest, oh, I ain't going to get this, right? And you can't do that. If you go into something, you got to expect to win. You got to be the one to expect to come out. And it got to be deep. It can't be like you just say it. But deep down, like a lot of people say, yeah, I'm going to win this. And deep down, they think they're going to lose. Because you're not going to play to win. You know, when you're going in life, you got to play to win. Like, people know me for talking about relationships. There's a lot of men and women who expect to get rejected. They assume this person's so beautiful, they fine, they going to reject you. You don't know. They might not. You might be their cup of tea. You go for that job, you know what, they might meet you and hire you on the spot. You can't expect what they're going to do. They might look at you and think, oh, yeah. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. I actually went in, I didn't expect to lose, but I ain't necessarily expect to win either. I remember I went on one of those, you know how they advertise for people to, like, in multi-level marketing, and this was in, like, before it got really big, right? So, you know, it wasn't like, people didn't have the knowledge about it. So I went to this thing and they were talking about a job, and I didn't expect much, right? And I'll never forget, I started noticing all these people who were regular members of this, they were gravitating towards me like crazy. Because I'm just sitting there chilling, and I'm like looking up, somebody smiling. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Another person smiling. I was like, oh, what the, I was like, shoot. I was getting ready. I was like, man, they look like they about to jump me. Right? But thing is, even though I didn't necessarily think in terms of getting it, because I didn't really know what they had anyway, I still didn't expect to really lose it, right? And it kind of translated because, I had talked to some people who were into that before, and they said, yeah, they probably saw you as somebody who they could get on their team. You look like a winner, right? So, that's everything in life, and everything in life is like that, right? Like, I'll give you an example. There's always a big deal about the police stopping you, especially if you're a black man, right? And I've had that. I remember I was driving and I got pulled to the side for speeding. Like anybody who want to check my background or something, that's all you're going to really find. Speeding tickets. I got a heavy foot. I got a real heavy foot. So, and I didn't think anything of it. And I remember I didn't have an expectation like, oh, he's going to hassle me with anything. I was just like, he pulled me to the side. I was like, damn, okay, I got caught again. And I was extremely calm about it. I just got out my license, registration, handed it to him and said, hey, officer, how you doing? I ain't tried to argue. He said, you know what you did? I said, I'm heavy on that foot, man. I'm heavy on that gas pedal, right? I got a heavy-ass foot. And he just ran it, and he saw I ain't do anything, gave it back to me. He actually thanked me. Because this was during the time there was really a lot of news about, black men getting shot by a cop or something. He just thanked me. He was like, you know what, I want to thank you just being so calm and everything, right? Because I didn't go in expecting there was going to be trouble. I was just like, oh, I got to pay. Stuff like that I looked at like, I got to pay my road tax. That's how I look at a ticket. It's like, it's just a tax you pay occasionally for just driving. And especially where I live, the cops, it's virtually crime free here. So the cops are like kind of bored. So, it's, I was just like, okay. But I was calm. I didn't expect that there was going to be trouble. I didn't expect to lose. I didn't expect to have to get out the car. I knew what I did. I thought it would go well. In fact, any interaction I have with a police officer or official, I always think it's going to go well. Because I don't expect the other thing. Sometimes if you act kind of funky and you expect to lose, you might do something that causes them to think, okay, this person acting crazy. I was like, no, I was speeding. My thing is if a police officer pulled me over, I already know why. And like I said, I'll just say it's like, shoot, that's just that tax you got to pay, boom. But, I didn't expect to lose. So when you go through life, don't expect to lose. Always, if you're going to jump into something, play to win. Assume you're going to win. If you're that person approaching someone of the opposite sex, assume they're going to be receptive. If you going for that job, assume it's already yours. You going in, you trying to get it. Let that person tell you no. Let that person you're approaching for romance or dating tell you no. Don't go in expecting to hear no. You go for that job, let them tell you. You don't lose the battle. You go in like you're going to win. Right? So anyway, that's all I got for today. I want y'all to have a great Sunday and keep rising and transforming. Peace.